You look a shade better than the usual. So you've earned the right to... Iron Soldier's the name. You ground the hapless one beneath your feet. Then again, watching Hans stumble to Dr. On every... I don't pay attention to the bronze. Now go on and leave. Given half the chance, yes. There's some people who call the way I operate what? Talking about the low path is an attempt. There's no real altruism. I refuse to kowtow. Like I care. It's in my nature. That's all there is to it. I'm not here to hash this over with you. Good.
Boy, that sure was something. I wouldn't have wanted to be me out there, except that I was. Next time I should try some of that fancy stuff you do. You know, that's a good idea. You're already past me. Now that you're a real fighter, the others will likely open up about themselves if you ask. I know a little about Soldier, if you want to hear my take on him. But we could also talk about Kana, if you're curious about her. He's one of the most experienced fighters here, but he's hardly a mentor. He's boastful. He is an exceptional fighter. Years of military training will do that to you. That's all I can think of regarding...
You two sound like a pair of old crones talking.
My father is a smith of great...
Wait, I don't care.
My father is no longer my father. I wasn't sure what to do after I was never properly trained. That's my story. One day... I really respect Kana. She's undefeated, did you know? Made it all the way to I know she's from the prosperous East, but she's going to teach her style to the first person who can best her in the arena. People have been really excited about that. It's always nice of you to...
Hello again. If you have the good...
Wait, what is Sasha? Oh, she's right there. That's not her. Oh, wow.
Careful around the fire.
We're always out of tamarind.
In 3 years of traveling, I never found a place more lively than the heart of the Empire. It's nice to be back.
You're one of the fighters now. You're that tiger lift... Well, there's nothing for you to do here. I take bets, and you...
Well, that sucks. Nice save. Guarding. do that later. Garden. Alright, let me go to the garden first.
I greet you, my lady. I come from a very wealthy family. As such, I have to have an income, don't I? My father looked at my but I am a noble. How could there be shame? You've got it and I want it. Should I steal it? Never. Simply ask like a civilized soul, I say. I read all the greatest philosophers and consulted with wise men before reaching this decision. Wisdom is only gained by experience, wine, women, and song, as it were. But one must ponder, one must daydream. Even if I could bear the shame of sullying my hands with work, when would I think? Well, it loses some of the subtlety when you put it that way. But yes. If you feel more generous...
Your work is indecipherable to the masses. You are destined for obscurity. Your parentage is below average, and your ancestry is of questionable worth. You dress yourself in the manner of a common laborer. Nobody's paying any attention.
Keep trying, just as I instructed.
Your physique seems exceptional. Clearly you are a peasant. A noble could afford sloth. Your breath is like the wind of an ox. Your last meal was of suspect quality.
Kick his ass.
Your beliefs are superficial, and your culture is substandard.
You are right to demand an explanation. Forgive my servant. I instructed him to find someone not distracted by mere insults, someone who would command respect. Your demand for justification of his arguments was admirable. You are exactly what we need. Please, my intent is noble. An outlander arrived several days ago, and now we cannot get him to leave. He's consuming copious amounts of our food and wine. He balks at our attempts to calm him, and answers requests for payment with... The outlander is not a dignitary or traveling merchant. He is a parody of... So far, he has escaped the notice of any higher officials. Perhaps he was mistaken for an actor in a troupe. If he is reported, the Lotus assassins will take notice. They'll want to know if he was harbored or his offense was encouraged. Guilt by association is enough for them. That's what's so infuriating. He doesn't respond to reason. Several of our brightest have faced him, but as soon as they get the better of him, he sets off his strange firework and says they are beaten. Normally, the peasants like it when we intellectuals are maligned, but they tire of his presence too. Getting rid of this nuisance will endear you to many. I hope your ability matches your conviction. Several others have fallen short, despite their outrage at his antics. He is in the Scholar's Garden, and no amount of opposition has moved him. Please, I hope you will prove to be a worthy opponent.